Adobe Radio, the future of alternative.
We all know that it's called the bionic, the bomb, the puff, the blow, the black, the herb, the sensi, the chronic, the sweet Mary Jane, ganja, spliff, reefer, the bad, the Buddha, the homegrown, the ill, the Maui, the method, pop, lethal, turbo, Thai, shake, skunk, stress, wacky, weed, blaze, the boot, dime bag, Scooby-Doo, Bob, bogey, backyard boogie.
Yeah!
It's the Cool Nerd Weed Show. That's Yes.
And that's Sasha.
And we are live, I hope, on Adobe Radio here in this year of 2026. We are live together yet again. We are coming up on some big things in this point in history, and T.S. and I, we have pretty fiery beliefs. I would call them.
Yes, indeed.
We believe things firmly. Yeah.
A lot of fire burning in these souls.
Yeah,
in our bellies.
We have fiery bellies, and we have been doing this show for about 10 years. You can find us pretty much anywhere that you look. The Cool Nerd Weed Show. We're on socials. We are broadcasting live now on Adobe and YouTube and Twitch, and we are on Instagram. Of course, they may shadow ban us. They may not. We are using code words that I swear I wouldn't use, but it's okay. It's okay. We still are called the Cool Nerd Weed Show. That's actually an accomplishment, I feel like.
It is. I'm seeing more. It's bizarre because I'm getting pushed more cannabis content.
Yeah, and you're like, why isn't my content?
Exactly.
Because I think we're small potatoes, you know? As long as we've been doing the show, we're very grassroots. We're not pay to play. I'm saying all cannabis influencers buy their following, because I think there was a big boom of cannabis influencers and stuff like that was legitimate and really was good for the industry. But you also have to realize that if you have 150,000 followers and your posts are only getting a couple likes, maybe some of those followers were bots, whether you knew it or not. And that's not really how we grew our podcast, or how we did our podcast. We just wanted to talk about, really, we want to talk about local cannabis news. And then all of a sudden, everything started to pop off in the United States of Cannabis, which we will talk about tonight. And we've never really had a dull moment, which we're so grateful for. It's not just sitting around talking about one thing. We're talking about being in the industry. We're talking about enjoying our weed, respectively. We love it. It's our favorite thing, you know? It's like a whole deal.
Yeah, when somebody I've been pounding the pavement. We have our new fanzine.
That's what I was working up to, but I forgot.
I have one right here.
Oh, great.
And somebody asked me, they're like, how long have you been doing that? And I was like, holy shit, it's been about 10 years now.
Yeah.
And they're like, you haven't run out of any content? I'm like, we started in California where this whole thing started. And then, the states, you said, started booming. And now there's 40 states that have either recreational adult use cannabis or medical or both. But, we don't buy our followers. This is how we get our followers.
Yeah, we sticker up and down Melrose in the blistering heat, and we make zines. We are making a cute little zine. I just adore her. It's something that we do because we love to do this. We love this show. We love cannabis. We love being involved in it, and we just want to show you that. So we made this cute little zine. It's a la Village Voice, leaving it around for free without littering, but you can find them. I'm over here on the East Coast in the New York, New Jersey area, and TS is on the West Coast in LA. And you can find them sprinkled about maybe by a dispensary, maybe by a bus stop, maybe somewhere else that I happen to be, and left left some zines, local shops that allow pamphlets and stuff. It's really cute, and it's a work in progress, but I'm really, really happy with how it's coming out and being received. We're having a lot of fun with it. Maybe one day it'll get bigger. Maybe one day there'll be sponsors and stuff. But until then, we're just doing it, on our own. Very grassroots. That's what we are. We are the rootiest of grasses. You not get more grassroots than that. We will have a Pride one coming out. Happy Pride. The nerds are big Pride celebrators.
If I see you on the streets of Los Angeles and you're smoking weed and I run up to you and hand you this, don't be scared. Because so far I don't know why I feel weird approaching people while they're smoking, but I do anyway. I'm like, here you go. This is for you. Continue it on your day. Have a great day. Everything smells great. Thank you.
Well, I mean, think about when you're smoking. If somebody walks up to you, you're like, oh God, I'm going to get the business. Or somebody's going to say some shit, or they're going to try to, not, we don't like to, it smells good. Or whatever, cool passings by are fun, but sometimes you're just having a sesh with your homie. You don't want to be interrupted. And actually, this is where the zine comes in really perfect, because you just get a zine and you read it together, and there's games, and there's like little wisdoms, and there is so much to unlock with these cute little things that we're doing. And it's all social, and it's all so you can join us in what we do here. We, through all the and we've said this, we do think weed can save the world if it's used properly in many ways, because we know how to use it.
And if you want a zine, DM us. I will mail you one. Snail mail.
Yes. Well, yeah, we could get a mailing list going if you'd like.
I do one at a time. I will go to the post office 50 fucking times.
Yes, you would, actually. I know that for a fact. And that's why we pay you the big bucks here at the Cool Nerd Weed Show Enterprises. We always knew you had promise. And here you are today. Yeah, look out for a zine. Listen to the Cool Nerd Weed Show all the time. Listen to Adobe Radio. Thank you, Adobe, for helping us stay consistent and giving us a place to live all these years. This is a privilege, we know this, to have Adobe Radio behind us. And the least we can do is bring a new show every week and put our backs into it and work hard. And that's really what we do here. That's what we like to do. It is funsies, of course, but we do work on this show because we love it. So thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Okay, so it is, like I said, an important time in history. Everything's important all of the time, but specifically, and we'll try to stay on this one thing because so today I'd like to say the date. If you're listening to this after this date, oh God, I hope the future is so good and so much better. If you're listening to this in the past, that's crazy. Don't know how you did that, but it's pretty cool. If you're listening to it right now, it's June 1st, 2026, a Monday night on June 1st, 2026. And there is many elections always happening, and there's some big ones in respective states, and we're going to talk about them later on. But first, as we've done since we started the show, we're going to start with our beloved Los Angeles and the elections in California. California has a whole big bunch of elections going on, and there is a cannabis measure on the ballot. So right quick, we're just going to blow through these candidates. We actually did talk about them in a little bit of depth on our RIP Democracy show with It's News to Us and Mood Killers and Gone Fishkin. So you can go check out that show if you'd like a little mini voter guide. But we are going to just kind of run through what we're dealing with because we do want to talk about that cannabis measure and how weird it is. So there's 89 people running for governor, and I wish I was exaggerating. It's literally like 61. It's silly. It's very silly what's happening. It's very silly.
There
So
was
silly.
Seriously, there was 2 pages of candidates
Ugh.
on the ballot running for governor.
And to be completely I like blacked out because I was like, I don't even know. I mean, okay, without many colorful remarks, we're just going to try, or I'm going to try. You could do whatever you want. You're usually pretty composed, but I am going to try to get through these. The ones who are on the top of mind.
The top tier.
The top, yes, the ones that are probably going to make it. We'll probably see their faces and names on the local TV when they're tallying up the votes. Okay, so we'll start with Katie Porter. Man, did she fall? She was really, strong there for 2 seconds. And then she was just, lots of things happened. And Katie Porter fell from grace a little bit, but she does pretty good with weed. She's always been supportive of reform. She's always been an advocate. And she's always said that she wants banking to be better and not restricted for weed. So that's great.
Yeah. She gets like a B plus for her cannabis stands.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah. I mean, she hasn't done anything, but she hasn't taken away. So, and then also there's all the other stuff that you have to look at that she did, but we're not going to talk about that because it's the Cool New Reach show. You can listen to It's News to Us probably for an extended voter guide. But okay, next is Javier Becerra. Is it Becerra? Becerra. I don't know. I'm Becerra. Like not. I haven't been. Sure. Yeah, I see now. I feel like I'm less angry at him for other things, but he was like an attorney general, and but he was a part. Like he was aligned with making weed legal in California. He was like not a part of it, but again. Not a part of it. He was just like, that's cool. You do what you want there. And he has a positive record on reform. You could find a lot of this information, by the way, on CalNormal, CalNorml.org if you're looking for some last minute study ups. So
Javier was more focused on the healthcare side of cannabis.
Sure. Great.
So, yeah. Perfect.
Good. Love it. So, Tom Steyer, to which I say, boo. But Tom Steyer, that's just what I have to say about him. We don't really know, honestly, because he's just a rich guy who wants to run for the governor. So he hasn't really said anything I'm sure he's fine with it, but we don't know.
He's sort of progressive.
Mostly, but you never know. People who are super progressive are like, oh my God, weed is gonna make us fucking crackheads or whatever. I feel like there's always the fear of reefer madness, and people who are progressive and people who are Democrats can go on to disappoint you.
Yeah, true. He hasn't really come out and said anything.
I'm in New Jersey, so we're facing a lot of that disappointment right now, and I wouldn't put my trust in Tom Steyer, but I don't think he'll turn back time with weed. I think if you voted for Tom Steyer and his weed stance, you'd be fine. There's other things to worry about with him that I would look closer at.
For sure.
And okay, so the last two, if you are going to vote for these guys, I reckon you stopped listening to the Cool Nerd Weed show a very long time ago. But Steve Hilton, we don't know. Again, we don't know.
As a libertarian, maybe he could support reduced regulations and government
True,
interference.
true,
But who
true.
knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like. He hasn't really. He's kind of in line with like social equity and justice programs, but hasn't really come forward to say anything regarding these,
He doesn't.
regarding cannabis. So
Can't imagine that he's a huge stoner. But do with Steve Hilton what you will. Excuse me. And our favorite, Chad
Bianco,
Bianco. Chad Bianco.
Sheriff
Chad. Oh man, you really should listen to our special, our RIP Democracy from a couple weeks ago. Marconi and Eddie, they had me in stitches talking about Sheriff Chad.
That segment is on our YouTube channel currently.
Oh, you can watch it with your eyeballs.
Watch it.
Yeah, I wore my sunglasses this time, and it was a good thing I did because I was pretty high. But he gets an F.
A total F.
Or fuck off because you suck ass. That's what it stands for, I think.
Dad is against all cannabis. You know, he basically thinks it's a scam.
He's a cop. So
yeah. And he has the mustache to prove it.
Yeah. Yes, he does. And like a horse, I think. I don't know. Fuck Chad. He could not be worse of a candidate for weed and all other things.
Anything.
This dude's about his help.
For governor, fuck that.
Yeah. Enough. So those are your main governors. Do with that what you wish. I don't want to go into lieutenant and attorney general. Like that's like
no, I don't.
Beyond my pay grade. But yeah, those are the main governors. You also have local races. Please don't vote for Spencer Pratt. I'm begging you with everything that I have inside me. Make your own decisions, but don't vote for Spencer Pratt.
For LA mayor, yeah.
For LA mayor. Sorry,
that's just crazy talk. Like even running, it's fucking wild that anybody would consider Spencer Pratt for any public office at all.
I mean, yes, but also Donald Trump is the president, so it's not wild.
That's where we are.
It's actually extremely normal. That is normal.
So we're the ones.
We are the wild ones here.
The wild bunch.
We're the ones thinking outside the box.
That maybe we shouldn't have a reality TV star or a billionaire or both in any public office.
Are you saying
really
Donald
going
Trump
against the grain?
Or because he wasn't when he got in office.
I think he is now.
Now he is because he's stealing from all of us.
All that crypto.
All that crypto and vape money.
Selling all those gold watches.
And phones. All right. So he's our president and Spencer Pratt may win mayor. I hope he doesn't. That would be ass. But there is weed on the ballot. Quietly, as ChatGPT would say. There is weed on the ballot. And honestly, it's weird. Okay. It is weird, though. It's basically, and correct me if I'm wrong here. What? Okay. Oh, I'm just going to say it. You can read it if you want, but
it's California Measure CB.
California Measure CB. And you'll see it's right up there. Now, there's a couple of tax measures on the ballot. Personally, California can do with a couple less taxes, just like a little bit. And that's where I stand on all of that. But in weed in particular, this is interesting because it applies to unlicensed businesses.
I had not even heard anything about this measure until I opened my vote by mail ballot. I had no idea. It's crazy. So essentially, a vote yes on this California Measure CB you're supporting applying a city tax on cannabis businesses cannabis business tax to unlicensed cannabis businesses. 10% sales tax, 5% medical, 2% on manufacturing, cultivation, and commercialization, and a 1% on testing and research. These people aren't
What?
testing anything.
Okay, here's what this means, my dude. This means when you go to your traditional homie because it's too expensive in the dispo, as you have vocally said to all of us many, many times, when you go to the homie, the traditional homie, you'll be paying tax. The homie will need to pay taxes, which will in turn make the price for you go up high, just like the licensed dispensaries. And what they're saying is, oh yeah, it's going to make a bunch of money, make an extra 35 milli. But I would like to counter that with, what the fuck are you talking about? That sounds made up.
Why would a business go through all of the trouble to get the licensing and already pay their taxes? So if you could just go and get a storefront and be legitimate by paying all of these taxes, if Measure CB goes through, you're like, you don't need to go through any permitting process.
Right. Oh, so you're saying it from like the other point of view, as a new business or something. Why would you pay the bajillions of dollars? That's made it literally impossible for anybody to exist in the cannabis space. Why would you do any of that if you could just sell it traditional on the block, charge some more, and pay 25%? Yeah,
to the city.
It literally undermines Prop 64. Like, it literally says, "Fuck off."
100%.
That is banana nut bread.
So if Measure CB passes, we can get a storefront and open up the Cool Nerd Weed Shop.
We've always wanted to do that.
Which is a great fucking idea. So maybe I should have voted yes.
Write that down. Yeah. Maybe we should have voted yes. Well, here's the thing, and not to blow up my husband's spot, but he didn't know what it was, and anytime you see weed on the ballot, you're like, well, this is probably a good thing because everything else is bad. So he was like, should I vote yes? What the hell is this? And I was like, again, with the taxes, I was like, anything tax related, I need us to pump the brakes a little bit. But this in particular, it relates to businesses that aren't licensed. So yeah, like you said, it just completely undoes anything in that way to address the illegal traditional market, which was a big thing with Prop 64. But since Prop 64, obviously prices have gone up. I mean, it is expensive out there. And dispensaries feel that because I think they overreached and Big Weed was like, oh, we're going to spend all the money. Woo. And everybody got fucked. The dream was sold, and the dream is still being sold. But I think California is a cautionary tale, which sucks because it's the best weed market in the fucking country. And seeing how it went the last 10 years, the government's literally like, all right, well, we went through all the trouble of getting Prop 64 all set up. It took a very long time, and it's still not doing what we had hoped it would do because everybody's still buying from the homie. So let's just tax them.
Some of the tax money was supposed to go to enforcing unlicensed cannabis businesses. So we haven't seen much of that movement. The shops don't really get shut down. They still exist. Mm-hmm. So I don't think this is the answer to that issue. If you're trying to push a successful above board cannabis industry in California and Los Angeles, then this fucking Measure CB is a fucking joke. Do you think?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, and by the way, of course, who it hurts again, also as well, such as it hurts fucking social equity license holders. Really hurts them.
Oh, fuck,
They
I
went
didn't
through
even
the
think of that
process.
part.
They emptied their pockets to be above board to go through regulation. And that's been when people ask me, why do all the dispensaries close? Why is it so and I say, that's the government. That's the proposition you all voted for, is to charge $1 bajillion to get a license, make it impossible for people who've been growing weed their whole lives to continue on with their business. Okay, they have to comply. They work with bigger weed companies. These bigger weed companies take over. Social equity, they're already broke at this point. They haven't even opened their doors. They haven't turned on their lights because they've just been paying and paying and paying and paying. And now they go off into the sunset and figure out new careers because you charge them so much. So the remaining ones, the ones who are still open, who are really trying to make it work, honestly, they can't compete with traditional market anyway. It's taking away. Dispensaries are closing. So now you fucked them even more. Because you're like, oh, yeah, I guess we love the traditional market now so much that we're going to start taking money from them. It's really stupid. It's really stupid.
Now, Sasha, do you think that this measure will actually pass? Because one, we haven't heard of it at all. There's getting no press, and people are confused. So that they're actually looking at this ballot and they're like, oh yeah, we should tax everybody. Do you think it's going to pass? Prop 64 passed? Or do you think people are
Prop 64 didn't pass with
had
flying
enough?
colors. Prop 64, I mean, it passed. Did it pass? It didn't really, like, a lot of people voted no on Prop 64. But
yeah, it's true. Like, but
I think it passed. I mean, it obviously very much passed, but
it didn't pass by like 70%.
No.
It hit like whatever, 50, 53, 56%, maybe.
yeah, it was close. But I don't
it was
think
close.
this will be. I don't think this will be as close because Prop 64 was so very public. This is. I don't even know what the fuck. I don't even know when this happened. We are pretty on the news here. It's like our whole thing, and we really do pay attention.
It went completely off the radar.
Yeah, we're boots on the ground here. So I feel like people aren't going to know. I don't know. It could go either way. Like my husband, he was like, my gut was to vote yes. And I was like, oh, damn. Because it's just one of those measures that's going to affect cannabis in a larger sense out in California. And I think it's an insane idea. I really do. I know that they're scrambling to figure out what to do about the traditional market. I know that. But I don't know, man. Taxing them doesn't feel right for every reason under the sun. So vote no.
I mean, Ballotpedia is totally on top of things too. There's no information about who's for this or even who's against it.
Bullshit.
And they didn't consult us, and we didn't even fucking know about it.
Yeah, they didn't consult us. The fuck? We have a lot to say. Well, fuck that measure. Vote no, please, if you haven't voted yet. And if you haven't voted yet, please go vote. Please. Please go vote. Please. Things need to change. And really, it's like our last thing that we have. And who knows how long we'll have it. And they do shit like this, the government's very sneaky leaky. And we do have still this little tiny thing we can do. And hopefully it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And the right things start to happen. Measure CB is not one of those things. So be loud as fuck and be like, fuck that. I don't need that shit. And vote with your heart. It's only the most important time in human history. We're going to take a break. Then, right?
Yes.
Yes. Then we are going to do the United States of Cannabis. Oh, but okay. We're coming back with Highdeas, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a new segment.
We do. Okay, we'll be back.
Highdeas.
And we're back with
We're
some
back.
Highdeas. What's your idea, Diaz?
My idea is, you know how much I love farm fresh eggs, right, Sasha?
I do.
Okay. What if we have a farmer delivery service that drops you off a chicken, a little cage, the
Aww.
nest, and all of the chicken feed you need for a couple weeks, and you produce your own farm fresh eggs at home?
I love this idea. How long could we keep this chicken? Did you say? Like probably as long as like a dozen eggs, maybe.
Yeah, like as long as I get like a dozen eggs, and then the farmer comes and picks up the chicken.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Ooh, I love that idea. That's great.
Highdeas.
Okay. My idea, it's like not even as close to your, like as good as yours at all. But
Lay it
my
on me.
idea, and I don't think this exists. Like your playlist, right? It's probably iTunes. We're iTunes girlies. I think Spotify is interesting. But what if you had a playlist that changed with how fast you were walking or driving? What if the songs changed as you, not every 5 miles per hour, but let's say it's playing one song and then you went faster, it would like switch to something like higher tempo or more relaxing.
Upbeat.
Yeah. Or what if you're going in traffic or something?
And you need some spa music on.
Yeah,
Like
you
you're
need
just
to go
stuck
zen.
in traffic. You
Yeah,
need some
yeah,
zen.
yeah, exactly.
I love it.
Thanks.
I love it.
Highdeas.
So, what did you think of our new segment? Yours
Best
was
ever.
so good.
That was the best idea we've ever had.
Well, I want a chicken, and I want to raise my eggs.
Swap out this chicken. I need some more eggs.
I feel like my idea maybe needs to be fleshed out.
The chicken driver is driving too fast. It's listening to Metallica.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it'd be great for the chickens. I'm sure they love music. Tune in every week for more ideas and keep an eye out for our zine. Oh no, I lost our next segment. Sorry, but I have it somewhere. We are going to be talking about, I have
We salute you, the United States of Cannabis, under all 50 strains. One pre-roll, under bomb. It's the Cool Nerd Weed Show.
Yeah, it is. And we are going to give you an update on the United States of Cannabis. Okay. So we talked about this a couple times. The TSA thing, and everybody talked about this. It wasn't just us. Everybody talked about it. Everybody was like, "Did you see this thing with the TSA?" Everybody, every influencer, every human being, everybody sent it to us, and we were like, "Oh, like it just looks like it's medical weed that they're going to be okay with." Which I was like, "So wait, what about those of us who don't have a card? Like, is it? I mean, it's never. What are they saying? Are they saying it's okay? Are they saying it's not okay?" Like, so it was very confusing, came out of nowhere, where TSA said they changed the language or something. So we thought there was a change in their policy.
Yes. yeah, there has been no policy change. Like currently, if you go to the TSA website, it was always, TSA doesn't care about, they're not TSA is not looking for drugs. They're not looking for cannabis. They're
A
looking
small amount
for
of drugs,
weapons.
Yeah.
Small amounts and bombs and other contraband,
Yeah. Yeah.
things that will, they're not looking for small amounts of cannabis. And there
But
was
don't
no
travel with
policy
weed, please.
change. Yeah. So,
Just
of course not. So since there's no policy change, they just change like the templates of their website, causing all of this, all of us to be talking about this. So nothing has changed. They thought it was like even these like journalists were like reporting that TSA changed its policies to line up with the federal rescheduling policy. That's not quite.
Well, people were making deductions. People were saying, well, it means that you can only travel with medical weed. So you have to have your card. So that means what? They're going to start to fucking look for everybody's rec card when you're traveling with a gram of a cart. That's not what's happening. But that's what everybody thought it would be. And people started saying like, oh, so we all should get medical, which like, yes, you should get a medical card, but it did coincide with the rescheduling, which the rescheduling makes it sound like it's focusing on weed as medicine. So it was very confusing and misleading as usual. And they were like, no changes. Everything's normal. You still can't travel with weed. I guess. I don't even know. But yes, no, it is true, generally speaking, and it's gotten like this for a long time, especially going from legal state to legal state. If you're partaking, generally, they're not looking for small amounts of weed on you. Still don't travel with weed, but just know that even though it is rescheduled, it is still federally illegal, my good friend. So that billboard that we saw when we were driving through, what was it, Oklahoma, right?
Oh, yeah,
and then we got
from New Mexico into Texas.
Yeah, and then we saw you can get weed here, and then on the other side of the billboard, it was literally like weed is illegal. Here's a lawyer's number if you get pulled over.
With that poor gummy bear in handcuffs.
The sad gummy bear in handcuffs. You can find that somewhere on our socials. It was insane. I was like, oh man. So yeah, know that. And I guess you still are the same thing with the TSA. And now we will move out of the TSA and go to where? Louisiana?
Yeah, let's see what's going on in Louisiana.
Okay. Louisiana has been working on it for a while to get weed, at least medicinal, for serious illnesses and stuff, cancer and whatnot, because they obviously see the potential. So they are going to, I guess, the bill says that terminally ill patients can use medical marijuana, which is a step in the right direction for sure for them.
Yeah, I mean, things move a lot slower in the South, and it is a step in the right direction for Louisiana. You have to be in the top tier of seriously terminally ill to actually be able to get medical cannabis in Louisiana. But some opinions are changing slowly but surely.
Mm-hmm.
Louisiana, you've got some work to do, but good job, Louisiana.
Yes, obviously this is not ideal. We would like it to be accessible safely, but I feel like when states start to open up their minds a little bit, this is the first step. It's still, an uphill battle for show, but, that's just the way it goes.
Louisiana is going to potentially offer therapeutic cannabis to people in the hospital.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Like, that's amazing. I kind of remember New Jersey did something like that. It was
Yeah,
just
and
very, very high level, terminally ill, hospice type situations. But patients were always, it was really nice for them, you know, to maybe not get morphine and get the munchies. I think was the way it was working here, and it was a step because these were places that you didn't think would ever even consider weed to be therapeutic. So yes, that's good. It's good. Yes, we are going to quickly talk about more CBG stuff.
okay.
Right? Is that cool? And then
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
go to our puff. Really, we don't have. We'll do more United States of Cannabis next week. We got carried away with our Highdeas. CBG.
They were so good.
They were. Yours was really, really good. Okay, so we talked about CBG. We've been talking about CBG because you're going to see it everywhere and everybody's going to be talking about it. We talked about how it's anti-inflammatory, and now there is studies that are finding that it helps with rheumatoid arthritis, which, duh, my friends with rheumatoid arthritis, when they consume cannabis, they felt oh so much better. But if you need proof, there are studies, preclinical studies, that CBG is anti-inflammatory through a bunch of science. Do you want to try to read the science?
Yeah. Well, CBG is a non-intoxicating cannabinoid, and it's been known to. We're finding out that it's known to reduce inflammation with arthritis, and we're unlocking CBG's full potential. I think we're just like at the tip of the iceberg with CBG.
Definitely.
Because, we're starting to see it mixed in with a lot of different ratios of THC and CBD with the CBG. And, I ran out. Actually, I thought these were in what I had in my hand, but it is not. And it was the White Widow live rosin with CBG added. And man, it is
Gummy?
it is so pleasant. Yeah.
Lost Farms?
Lost Farms.
That sounds lovely.
It is such a great morning wake and bake sort of vibe for like all my aches and pains.
Yeah, that's
Also,
when they usually hurt the most.
Yeah, when you wake up.
When you wake up.
So by the time I get going, once I take one in the morning, by the time I get going, all of my aches and pains are like just, you can kind of feel them just leaving your body. My neck pain, like, damn, I've got a lot of miles on this body. So CBG has really, really helped me. There's a few other things too that I believe that it also is helping me with anxiety.
Yeah, I'm sure CBG always relaxes me greatly. Not sleep. It doesn't like knock me out. Sometimes
They're also finding out that it's helping out dogs.
Aw, good. Yeah, my dogs love CBD. Oh, I'll give him CBGs.
A little CBD, a little CBG.
The
for the doggy.
CBGs. Oh, my achy buddy. Yeah, my little Larson boy. He has a bad hip. So yeah, he gets the CBDs for his anxiety. Since he was a baby, he didn't respond to traditional medicines for anxiety, and his vet in California gave him a bunch of CBD, and it was the only thing that calmed him down. And I was like, "That's my baby." So go try some CBG. Go to your local dispense and ask your bud tender what they have. They definitely have CBG. It's almost as common as CBD now. It's very out there. And there's all sorts of fun stuff going on with these ratios. So CBG studies are showing, this isn't just colloquial now. This isn't just hearsay. It's being studied in the CBDs. So for the puppies, we're going to take a quick break, very quick, very, very quick. And then we're going to come back with a final Huff and Puff.
The final Huff and Puff with TS and Sasha.
And we're back.
We're back.
It's the Cool Nerd Retro. That's shit.
And that's Sasha.
And we're live on Adobe Radio. All late at night for me. I'd be awake anyways. But I love doing the show live, and I wouldn't trade it in for the world. We're back, and we're talking about final Huffs and Puffs. Usually this is something that pees us off. And this fucking breathalyzer, which is haunting our dreams for years, is out. It's out. Where are they doing this? Virginia, probably.
Let's see. It was yes, it is.
Yep.
The Virginia is. They've had a breakthrough in the development of this THC breathalyzer, funded by the Justice Department. It is a low cost device that looks like an inhaler, built with a 3D printed material that can detect Delta-9 THC without a secondary lab analysis. Because that last one took a long time because you had to breathe into a tube, and then they put the tube into a package, and then they send it off to the lab, and in like 3 days, you sweat. This one will tell if you have been consuming THC immediately, because the capsule inside will turn blue. And that's it.
I don't
You're
know,
toast.
man. I don't know really what to say about that. If that becomes the norm, which like I could totally see. I could totally see it. I could totally see this administration, with all their bullshit, and in states, because at the end of the day, every state just wants control. I can see them doing this, and I would be pretty upset if they did that, because my shit would be blue as fuck.
Yeah. It just turns blue when it gets near you.
Yeah.
No.
I just drive by, and their
And it's like-
entire aura is just blue.
They break all of them.
Yeah,
Now the whole thing breaks.
Like, just shuts down the whole grid. The Empire State Building turns off. Yeah.
Now, this device not only detects THC, Delta-9 THC, it detects CBD and CBN. So let's say you just have a CBD gummy, no THC in it.
Wait, I thought it
And you
didn't
blow into this.
do CBD.
Um,
It does?
it does.
Oh my
It does.
God.
So you take, grandma takes the CBD gummy for her arthritis and gets pulled over for making a left turn. And the officers suspect grandma's under the influence, and grandma blows into this tube and she blows positive for either THC, CBD, or CBN. What the fuck, man? I don't trust this. I don't trust this so-called science at all.
Well, there's
There's
no
too many
science.
factors in
There's no science. There's no
Yeah,
way to know what the level is. I think with alcohol, it's pretty, you can see it. It's general, but it's, if your blood alcohol level is above those numbers, you're likely going to be drunk, or at least buzzed. Right. I think weed,
Yes.
it's just so different. It's so different. Sometimes people smoke too. I mean, please don't smoke. Please don't drive under the influence, please. Just like we don't want you to travel with weed. Don't be dumb. Don't drive under the influence. However, there are people who get very high anxiety when they drive, and taking a gummy is not out of the realm of possibility. And what is within the last within the last day, we tell you when you get pulled over, shut the fuck up, because if you say I smoked weed this morning, they can test you, and they will. So what? Now we're going to have to be looking over our shoulder for something that's legal? That's crazy talk. Please don't. Please, 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 please. I cannot. What are you gonna have me do? I think I think there have been studies that have proved that you're not, like, literally, we talked about this many times. Driving is not generally worse with people who have or haven't used weed. If you're safe, if you're not driving under the influence, which, by the way, most stoners don't want to do. If you're getting really high off of some good, you don't want to drive home. You want to sleep on the couch. And that's just facts. So stop, please don't do this anymore. If you want to see the science, Marijuana Moment has a bunch of it, but we'll keep you updated on if this keeps going. It keeps going. We just have to hope it goes in our favor. And I think it will. I think people realize how ridiculous this is. And fucking vote no on Measure CB and go vote. Please go vote. Please go vote. Please go vote. It's very easy to vote now. There's other states that are having important elections as well. Go vote in those elections. Please do not be a keyboard warrior. Have some bang for your buck in this country. Do something that involves action, which is voting. You can also call everybody, keep calling people, keep bothering them, keep on them, because they're not here for us. And weed generally is. So at the very least, we can keep weed legal. And
fuck ICE, fuck Donald Trump, fuck Spencer Pratt. Don't panic.
It's organic.
Give it up for Adobe, everybody.